Someone's watching you, Chosen One, and it's not just people. It's something higher, something unseen. You've felt it before. That quiet awareness that your steps aren't just yours, that something divine is studying your every move. It's not paranoia, it's purpose. You're being observed not because you're doing something wrong, but because you carry something rare. Heaven keeps its eyes on those who carry destiny. There's a reason your life has felt like a stage even when you didn't ask for the spotlight. A reason your energy draws attention from both light and darkness. You've always felt watched because your spirit was never hidden from the spiritual realm. You are part of something bigger, a divine experiment in endurance, in faith, in resilience. You're not being watched to be judged, you're being watched to be proven. Every test, every betrayal, every storm, and none of it happened by accident. You were being observed in silence to see how you'd handle it. Would you break? Would you turn bitter? Or would you keep your faith even when no one was clapping? You see, God allows the eyes to watch you because your response teaches heaven and earth something about strength. You are a living lesson. You are an unfolding prophecy. And everything around you, a seen and unseen, it is paying attention. When you cried in silence, you weren't alone. When you walked away from what was breaking you, heaven took note. When you forgave what you could have fought, the divine documented it. Every quiet decision to stay kind in a cruel world became spiritual evidence of who you truly are. That's why you're being watched, Chosen One. Not to be exposed, but to be elevated. You're not ordinary. And deep down you know it. You've always felt like eyes were on you. Not just from people, but from energy itself. The universe seems to shift when you do. Your thoughts manifest faster. Your emotions affect your surroundings. That's not coincidence, it's divine attention. You're under observation because your energy is rare, your light is influential, and your growth changes the atmosphere. There are moments when you'll feel the weight of unseen eyes, like you're being spiritually evaluated. Don't fear it. That feeling isn't danger, it's destiny. God keeps his chosen ones under divine surveillance because their lives carry messages for generations. Every time you overcome what was meant to destroy you, heaven records it as testimony. Every time you choose compassion over revenge, light expands because of you. You're not just living, you're shaping the vibration of the collective. Even your enemies watch differently. They sense something sacred around you but can't define it. They try to study your peace, your glow, your confidence because they can't figure out how you keep rising. They don't realize that it's not luck and it's divine backing. You're surrounded by spiritual witnesses who ensure that no weapon formed against you prospers. When darkness plots, light observes, and when you move with faith, heaven moves with you. There are angels assigned to your path who never stop watching. They see every obstacle, every prayer, every act of kindness. They know your potential better than you do. They've seen your future. That's why they intervene in moments you don't even recognize. The accident that didn't happen, the person who left before they could harm you, the opportunity that arrived at the exact moment you needed it. None of that was random. You're being watched, guided, and protected because your assignment is divine. Even when people underestimate you, heaven never does. The world may not acknowledge your growth, but heaven applauds it. Every time you take a step forward, angels celebrate quietly. Every time you resist temptation, you strengthen your spiritual authority. And that's what this observation is about, your spiritual authority. You're being watched to determine how much light you can handle, how much influence you can be trusted with, how much abundance your soul can carry without being corrupted. That's why your life feels intense, because chosen ones live under divine pressure. You were chosen not for comfort, but for impact. Every challenge you face is witnessed by the unseen, because it carries purpose. You're teaching others through your example. People you've never met are watching your journey, finding hope in your resilience. Even those who act indifferent are secretly learning from your strength. Your story is shaping more lives than you realize. Sometimes it feels like too much, like you're tired of being the strong one. But that's when you need to remember, strength isn't what you do. It's who you are. You've been forged in the fire of divine testing, and now you've become proof that faith still works. You don't have to say much anymore. Your presence tells the story. That's why so many watch you in silence, because they're witnessing what happens when someone refuses to give up, even after losing everything. There are eyes that see your physical form and there are eyes that see your spirit. Both are watching, but for different reasons. Some watch because they're inspired. Others watch because they're threatened. Some watch out of love. Others out of envy. But all of them are fulfilling prophecy. Because whether they support you or oppose you, They're all helping reveal the truth. That divine purpose can't be stopped. That light, once awakened, can't be dimmed. You're being watched because your rise isn't just personal, it's prophetic. Your comeback will confirm to many that divine timing is real. Your glow-up will make non-believers question how faith can transform a life. You were chosen to be a living example of grace, a walking reminder that destiny is greater than delay, and the eyes watching you will soon witness something unforgettable. So don't hide your light anymore. Don't shrink when you feel the weight of attention. Let them see. Let them witness how grace moves. Let them see how someone who was broken became chosen. Because you're not just being watched for entertainment, you're being watched for revelation. Heaven wants the world to see what faith looks like in human form. You are that example. You are that vessel. And soon, chosen one, those who've been silently observing you will realize the truth. They weren't just watching a person, they were witnessing divine purpose unfold in real time. You've begun to sense it now, that subtle awareness that you're never truly alone. The silence that follows you isn't empty. It's filled with eyes unseen. Some are drawn to your light, others wait for your fall. The spiritual world studies every step you take, every choice you make, every moment you hesitate. Because when you are chosen, your life becomes evidence, proof of what divine favor looks like when it collides with human limitation. You were never meant to live unnoticed. That's why the world responds to you differently. You can't walk into a room without the atmosphere changing. People can feel you before they see you. Their spirits react before their minds can understand. Some become nervous, others feel inspired. Because the energy you carry exposes whatever is hidden inside them. Darkness feels threatened by your presence because it recognizes the authority that rests on you. But this is the part few understand. Being chosen isn't about being worshipped. It's about being watched. Heaven watches to see how you handle power. Hell watches to find a weakness. And people watch to see if you'll break. Every trial you faced, every betrayal, every moment of silence, it was all recorded in the spiritual realm. You were never invisible even when you felt forgotten. You've noticed it, haven't you? How certain people study you closely but never say much. They pretend not to care, but they're always observing, waiting, analyzing. That's because your growth confuses them. You weren't supposed to make it this far. They saw you fall, yet you rose. They saw you lose everything, yet somehow you're still shining. That kind of resilience can't be explained. It can only be witnessed. That's why they're watching. You've become living proof that divine protection is real. And this is what they don't want you to know. Your watchers are learning from you. Some are trying to understand how you endure so much without losing faith. Others are trying to find a way to stop it. But every time they set a trap, the divine hand moves before they can act. Every time they plan your downfall, God turns it into a lesson. You've been walking through fire, not because you're cursed, but because heaven is showing the world what happens when a soul refuses to surrender. Chosen one, your silence is powerful. You don't need to fight for attention. The light in you speaks louder than any words could. That's why even your quiet moments attract curiosity. You can be alone and still be the center of unseen conversations. People replay your words in their minds. They watch your behavior. They feel your absence when you're gone. That's the mark of divine influence, and it lingers even when you're not around. But remember this, when you carry light, darkness will always send observers. You'll feel strange energies around you, sudden tension, draining people, unexpected challenges. These are not coincidences. They're spiritual surveillance. The enemy studies what he cannot control. He watches because he can't touch you. The more you grow, the more invisible eyes follow. But don't let that scare you. Let it confirm you. You're not being watched because you're vulnerable. You're being watched because you're valuable. And here's the deeper truth. Not all watchers are against you. Some are divine guardians positioned to record your journey, to bear witness when the time of reward arrives. Every tear, every prayer, every act of faith, it's noted. The heavens keep a record of your endurance. The silence around you isn't neglect. It's documentation. You are the subject of a divine testimony in progress. The watchers are preparing to say, this one never gave up. So the next time you feel those eyes on you, don't panic. Smile, because that means your story is still unfolding. You are still under divine observation. The author hasn't finished writing. You are walking through a test that's meant to expose your power, not your weakness. Every delay, every rejection, every attack is shaping your spiritual authority. You are being refined under watch, not punished but prepared. Soon those who watched your struggle will witness your rise. The same silence that surrounded your pain will echo your victory. The eyes that once looked down on you will lift up to you, because the watchers will have no choice but to acknowledge what they've seen, that God's favor cannot be stopped, even when it's surrounded by resistance. Chosen one, you were never meant to hide. You were meant to rise in plain sight and silently, humbly, powerfully. You are being watched for a reason, because your breakthrough will not only bless you, it will awaken others who have been sleeping. You are the living message heaven is sending to the earth. That's why the watchers haven't looked away. Soft pause. Background music fades to a calm spiritual tone. You've survived storms that were designed to destroy you. You've walked through darkness that should have broken you, yet here you are, still glowing, still believing, still standing. The watchers have seen it all, and they still don't understand how you're standing. But you do. It's because you were never walking alone. You are being watched for a divine reason. Heaven is recording your faith. The unseen world is witnessing your transformation. Keep walking, keep shining, and keep trusting, because the best part of your story is what happens next. You've felt the weight of being seen without understanding why. You've lived through the eyes of silence, through seasons when people studied your every move but said nothing. You thought it was just paranoia, but deep down you knew something about you draws attention beyond the physical. That's because the divine has marked you for revelation. The watchers aren't just observing you anymore. They're witnessing the unveiling of what God placed inside you. Every delay you went through, every rejection, every painful ending, it was never wasted. It was all part of a process designed to reveal you at the right time. You see, when you are chosen, exposure comes in stages. At first you are hidden, then you are watched, and finally you are revealed. The world thinks you came out of nowhere, but heaven knows you were being prepared under constant observation. Every sleepless night, every test of faith, every silent tear, all of it was seen by the eyes that matter most. And now those same eyes are about to witness your transformation. You are stepping into a season where the watchers will no longer see your pain, they will see your purpose. The same people who watched you break will watch you bloom. The same forces that tried to stop you will now be forced to observe your rise. You are a living testimony of what happens when divine timing collides with divine favor. Chosen one, there's a reason your life took longer to make sense. You were never meant to fit into quick success or instant validation. You were meant to be built layer by layer, storm by storm. Heaven has been constructing something eternal in you, and the watchers have been assigned to bear witness. Your process is proof that light cannot be rushed. That's why you've been under divine observation, because what you carry isn't temporary, it's eternal. Now as your season shifts, the watchers are noticing a change. The same silence that once surrounded you now feels heavier, denser, as if something is about to break open. That's because it is. You've been in a spiritual incubation period, and the moment of emergence is near. The energy around you is shifting. People can sense it even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn closer. Others will quietly back away. Don't chase anyone. Don't explain anything. Your transformation will speak louder than words ever could. The divine is about to make an example out of you. Not for punishment, but for revelation. Heaven wants to show the world what grace under pressure looks like. You've endured silently. Now you will rise publicly. You are being watched not to be judged, but to be revealed at the appointed time. Every unseen hand that helped you, every quiet prayer that carried you, every invisible force that protected you, they've all been working behind the scenes to set this moment in motion. You may not realize it yet, but you've already shifted dimensions. You're not who you were last year, or even last month. The watchers can feel it. Your energy speaks differently. Your confidence is quieter but heavier. Your peace unsettles the restless. That's the sign. You've stepped into divine alignment. The watching world is about to witness what happens when obedience meets destiny. And here's the truth the watchers won't say out loud. Many of them envy your strength. They've seen what you've gone through, but they've also seen what didn't break you. They know you should have given up, yet you didn't. That's what confuses them. They can't figure out how you still smile after everything. But the truth is, you don't draw your power from this world. You draw it from a divine source that never runs dry. You are watched because you carry evidence. You are the living proof that miracles still happen, that grace is real, that chosen ones still walk among us. And the watchers, both spiritual and human, are about to witness your glow reach levels they never imagined. They watched your suffering, Now they will witness your ascension. They studied your silence. Now they will hear your voice echo with divine authority. They underestimated you because they couldn't see what heaven was building inside you. So walk boldly now. The eyes that once made you uncomfortable will soon see the reason you were set apart. You don't need to hide your light anymore. It was meant to be seen. You are not just being watched. You are being presented. The stage of your destiny is ready. And every watcher, friend, foe, angel, or demon has been gathered for the unveiling. The tests are done. The surveillance has served its purpose. Now comes the reveal. The truth is about to manifest through you. You'll notice doors opening with no explanation, conversations aligning at the perfect time, opportunities appearing out of nowhere. That's the divine signal. Heaven saying it's time. The watchers will be silent again, but this time their silence will not come from confusion. It will come from awe, because they'll realize they weren't watching a failure. They were watching prophecy unfold. Every step of your journey was sacred. Every tear was divine ink writing the story of your calling. You were never ordinary. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared under surveillance, shaped under pressure, and refined under divine eyes. Now the watchers will bear witness to the truth, that the one they doubted was chosen all along, that the one they overlooked was appointed for greatness, that the one they tried to silence was destined to speak light into a dark world. Chosen one, lift your head. The eyes are still on you, but now it's your season of revelation. Let them watch. Let them see what divine timing looks like. You are being watched for a reason, and that reason is about to be revealed.